Alright guys, welcome back. This is Dayz Overpoch again. Just want to do a real quick base video for you here. I'm actually on a Taviana server. I managed to secure, well, semi-secure. Not fully done with it yet, but I've managed to secure the Krakow castle here. Those of you who don't know where it's at, it's right there, at the edge of the bay here, or the top of the bay. Sitting by the dock of the bay. Anyway, so yeah, we'll get to that helipad later when we get to the other side. Well, yeah, let's start here. We've got a wall here. I originally started with a wall here across this way, you know, basically completing that wall over to that one. That way it left us a whole open courtyard, because that is the biggest vulnerability to this base so far, is, you know, like a little bird or small helicopter. I think you might even be able to get a Venom down here and land. If you're careful enough, you can land it right here. Maybe not with the USEC parked up there, but you can land it here. Definitely a little bird. You could land right here, but you could land a little bird over there too. So this base isn't really for security per se. This is more for, I don't know. This base isn't really for securing your stuff. To secure your stuff, I would suggest building, you know, sheds, buildings around sheds, that kind of thing, and I'll show you what I did for that later. But I noticed, let's go out here to the beginning. This one's got a cool little mod for the doors. I don't have to put a code in, so you get to see my code, huh? Out here, oh, there's zombies. Originally, I tried to put a gate here, a garage door, but I noticed because it comes up, you couldn't get more than an SUV up in here. And I didn't want to have to worry about trying to lift in Urals, lift them in and out. And this server has tow, which you could tow to like a 350 or maybe even a SUV and tow them through the gate, but I didn't see the point in going through all that. Now, if you're on a server that has the snap building mod that allows you to rotate the garage doors so you can put them in sideways and have them open out like large doors, that would be ideal for this entrance, to have, you know, one there and have them open outward or even open inward, and you'd still be able to get Urals in and all that. But this server doesn't have that mod, that snap building mod, so I just decided to keep an open courtyard. That way I could bring stuff in quickly and, you know, get out of the line of fire, that basically. This server has really heavy, it's heavily patrolled by AI choppers. The more people on the server, the more AI choppers there seem to be. Now I'm on a time right now, it's a daytime server, and I'm on a time right now that there's nobody else on the server. At any given time there's probably 10 people on the server. But when I notice when I'm the only one on the server, I usually get a flyby of an AI chopper every so often, I'd say. Now, this platform here still needs a little work, and I'm thinking about adding some security. So when I'm not parked up there with the USEC, nobody else can come down. I'm not sure, but yeah, I just kind of threw that together to get up there because that's a spawned USEC, and I brought it home and I had to park it outside because I couldn't get it in the courtyard anywhere, and it doesn't fit up there, so I couldn't move the Venom and get it up there. Can't get up any of these other towers. Thinking about building a ladder system up one of them, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I couldn't figure out anywhere else to fit the USEC, and while hovering over, I noticed it would fit perfectly on that. So parked it outside, and then I built this kind of real quick. I didn't really think it through when I built it. That's why there's like a ladder coming off of a set of stairs up there. So I landed it there. And even if they get up here, I mean, theoretically, somebody could come in here. Not really theoretically, literally, somebody could come in here, just walk right up that thing and fly off with my USEC. Because it's a spawned USEC, there's no key for it. But, oh well, somebody does it, somebody does it. This is a PvE server. I try to do my base buildings on PvE servers, but have them in mind of a PvP server. That way they can transfer over for people that watch these videos. They can watch them and then go over to their PvP server and build the same base with maybe some slight modifications, and have you know, their base over there without too many vulnerabilities. Now this base is still a work in progress. I plan on extending that wall a little bit higher. Not that that's going to do much, but thinking about dropping some camo nets over that courtyard area there. That way no little birds can drop in there. Here, I plan on keeping this completely open. This courtyard here. That way, you know, if people want to come in, they can come in, but they're not going to get past that wall or that wall. Like I said, I'm probably going to fix this up, add some security to it, some kind of door. That way nobody can get down from it or up to it from the inside. And then just leave it at that. So that, yeah, there's that. We'll go over here. Now, I was mentioning earlier the storage system. Actually, let's close this. We don't want the AI to wander in here. They have a tendency to wander around and come in. Now, this server in particular has a zombie god mode when you're in your base. So zombies may spawn in here, but as soon as I approach them or they approach me, they disappear. So, but it's not that way for AI. AI can walk right up to you. Oh crap! Scared the crap out of me. It's thunder. Anyway, so we got this main tower here, and I find more often than not, for some reason, this rock formation or this wall formation here. Not really formation, it's some sort of castle wall, half wall here. And these stairs tend to be offset on most servers. I don't know why. So I had to build a platform to get up to the stairs, and then up there, depending on how offset those are, you may have to build a ladder, put a ladder down into the tower there coming off of that. But we'll get to that in a minute. I don't really have much going on inside the tower. For the strict purpose, I plan on putting a door on the tower. That way, when I take off with my, well, yeah, that's the idea, is to put a door on the tower. That way, if you take off with your helicopter up there, somebody can't land there and then come through and get in access this side of the base. There's good tree coverage over here, so not much more than a little bird is going to be able to land in here. Still haven't really figured out how I'm going to secure it from little birds. Not really sure. Other than camo nets, I really don't know. So, what I was talking about earlier about storage, you can go in here and just dump a bunch of sheds. You can really do this anywhere in the base. Back there, I thought about doing it back there initially. Then I thought, no, because if I'm building, I don't want to have to run from there, or run from there all the way around here. If I plan on building inside the tower, you know, then I'm going to run from back there all the way up the stairs. Well, it's not really a big deal, I guess, because I still have to run from over here. But anyway, you could build it back there. You could build it. There's all kinds of space over here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build some sort of garage. This is all secured by trees. Gosh, my mind just went blank. Thought about building some sort of covered garage here, something I can park vehicles that spawn vehicles that I find in and secure them. Oh, here comes one of those helicopter patrols I was talking about. Told you, it's not too long before they find you. And they got they're the Hueys with the 240s, and they usually have a gunner that'll hop from side to side on those 240s, and they'll just light you open. So running around without an LMG on this game, light machine gun like a Mark 48 or a 240 or I don't know, something that can light up a Huey. There's no rocket launchers on this server, but you're better off with an LMG, I think. Running around without an LMG on you is just it's just suicide. Anyway, lots of space over here. You could build your shed enclosures, and I think I might build more around. I know I'm going to build a couple garages so I can store vehicles in, because like this one's a spawn. Those two actually have keys. All the Urals over there, I got 3 Urals that don't have keys. They're all spawns. But yeah, you build your little enclosure, and I use the that's separated. Look at that. That was flush when I built it. It's interesting. I have to reset that. Anyway, I just wanted to build off the wall here, and actually I might actually take this ladder down because I've really got no use for going up here. But I'll show you what I did up here. I put a camo net kind of over the hang. No, it doesn't cover the whole thing, obviously. Again, a skilled little bird flyer, or pilot flyer, could hover down right about here and drop somebody onto here. But that's about it. I mean, they would have to jump off, which would mean they would break their legs. But I plan on removing that ladder. There's really no point in being able to get up here. But choppers. Get down. Because if he spots me, he's not going to leave me alone. They're very persistent. Once they see you, they don't stop until one of you two are dead. Either you or them. And last time, oh man, I had 2 armed SUVs and I had them loaded with stuff from a base raid. all kinds of base building materials and weapons, and I had one full to the brim, and if for anybody that knows, these things hold 400 items or 500 items, something like that, and like 20 weapons, something like that. And I had it full, and then I was towing another one, and I shot down a Huey, and the damn thing landed, and it hit the one I was towing, blew it up, and then it blew up the front one. It sucked. I lost everything. Luckily, none of it was actually mine, so you know. But I went through all that trouble raiding it. And yeah. So yeah. With this base, there's a lot of securing, and you really don't want to take this over until you can secure it. Now, when you first acquire it, if you show up at this and there's not anybody occupying it, I would suggest first you build some sort of block off there. If you can't do this or that, or you don't, even if you don't want to, I just like to section off the base is why I did that. But quarantine this, you know, make a door of some sort there. I would suggest an airlock, a door up front and a door in the back. That way there's an airlock system. Especially if you're on a PvP server. I highly recommend dual door systems, airlock systems, on any PvP server, on every base made, for two simple reasons. One, you walk in, say you're being chased, okay, well, you get through the first door, now you're inside of an airlock system that they only have one way to approach. You know which way they're going to approach now. Now you could unlock your other door and go in, but now you got both doors open. What you want to do is you want to close the door you just came in. That blocks them, whoever's chasing you, off, and then you open the inner door and you get into your base and the chase is stopped. It also stops base camping. People like to camp your base doors in PvP servers. Especially if they know you're going in and out for some reason. Maybe you're doing a little base raiding or doing some supply rounds or something, and they just notice you're going in and out of your base. Well, they'll just camp your front door, wait for you to unlock it, pop you in the head, you know, snipe you, and then come down, loot your body, and then they got free reign in your base with the door wide open. So they'll come in and just loot whatever they want. But with an airlock system, you don't have to worry about that. They pop you when you open the inner door or the outer door. Big whoop! They don't get anything but what's on your body. And if you're anything like me, you don't leave the base with anything that you can't afford to lose. But same instance if you're being chased. If you walk in the first door and they are ready to pop you, well, they're not getting in your base that way, because you got to unlock the front door and then unlock the inner door to unlock the base. Well, you're not going to unlock the inner door until you shut the outer door. So actually, I'm hungry. So let's grab some of this. Let's take you up here and show you this tower. For those of you that play Arma 2, you know the tower. Excuse me. So, you know, like I said, that kind of drops off. It doesn't really affect me too much, but I've seen them to where they're a little bit higher than that. And all you got to do is drop some stairs there and line the top stair up with the platform there. And just sink them into the... sink them into the ground there. until the top one lines up, and then you can get up and down pretty easily. Now, a lot of people will build inside here, and it's not a bad idea. But if you build inside here, you need to come up to the top and secure this part. You need to secure this doorway somehow. Now, if you're on one of the servers that have the snap building mod that lets you rotate doors to a certain direction, to lay them down, stand them up sideways, that kind of thing, lay down a door right here. And I believe you can use a regular door. You don't have to be a garage door. Lay it down, and then make it flush with the roof here. That way it opens up like a hatch door, and then you can walk down it. That's the best way. It's the cheapest way. If you've got that mod on your server. If your server doesn't have that mod, you've got to come down here and build some sort of... if you intend on using this as a landing pad, you've got to come in here and build some sort of door at the bottom at this landing here. Or you can just build it at the bottom of the stairs there and not use, you'd have to secure this up with walls. But if you build, it's just a wall here regardless. Put a wall next to these stairs, flush it up with the roof, bring it out. Put your door. Now the only thing about putting a door here, if you put a regular door, or even a garage door for that matter, put a regular door here, if you flush it up with the stairs, it's going to hang outside the building for a little bit, on the outside of the building. But it's not really a big deal, I guess. Now if you don't plan on using this as a helipad, just build a contraption up here. Yeah, let me get down, because if he sees me, he's going to start shooting at me and it's going to blow up my heli. But yeah, if you don't plan on using that as a helipad, then just build a room up there that has a door. Problem solved. Or you could even do that and put a ladder, some sort, in there to get down on the outside. Things are, it's endless what you can do. I don't intend on building much in here, I don't think. I just like the helipad up there. It's nice and high, and with the Venom you can take off and land quickly up there. It's not like the USEC on the other thing where it takes me 10 minutes to land because it just fits on there. I mean, it literally just fits on there. It's so big. But yeah, that's the beginning of this base. Like I said, I plan on building some garages. Probably back there. Maybe some back there. The use of camo nets is going to probably be high for me because that's the only way I can see to stop the little bird landings. Now they can land on those towers all they want. They can't get down those towers. There's no way to come in or out of the base, out of those towers at all. There's just no entrance to them. Now the great thing about this is the walls are completely secure around this compound. It's a complete compound, and that's what I'd use it as. If you take over this base, don't use this as your base, because most build limits aren't going to allow you to put a roof over the whole thing. That would be tedious, excessive, and God, you would probably need hundreds of metal floors to make that work. But I mean, to each his own. If that's what you want to do and that's what you think you can do and you got the time to do it, go for it. But yeah, if you're going to take this over, logically just use it as a compound. Don't park anything out here that you wouldn't want lifted off. Now, obviously, if they're locked, they're not going to be lifted off. That's why I said I was going to build garages to put the vehicles that aren't locked, that can't be locked, in. Now, see here, I kind of built a little parking thing. I was going to put a camo net over top of it. Then I thought, no, you know what? Just screw it. This is just where I'm parking vehicles that I don't really care about. Maybe I've snatched them on a base raid or snagged them on a respawn on the way back to base. Whichever. That's how I got that. Found it. I found it. Spawned. Not too far from where I had to respawn because I was killed. So I snagged it and yeah, just drove it back to base. Now I can use it for a run if I need to. Spawn vehicles are nice because you can hop in them and go to missions. Take with you only what you need for the mission. Maybe your sniper rifle and an LMG, and on this server, enough food med supplies for your outing, and then go. You don't have to take anything else, like a key, or worry about, oh my god, I got shot, I got killed while I was out on the mission. Oh man, now I've got to get back to my body. Maybe before restart or whatever. Oh man, I've got to get back to my body. I've got to get my key. Or oh no, I was killed by somebody. Now they're going to get my key and steal my vehicle. So what if they steal your vehicle? It's a freaking spawn vehicle. Nobody cares. On that note, a little tip for you: if you are on a PvP server and you do have a locked vehicle, a vehicle that locks, a vehicle that you've bought, I highly recommend you make a copy of that key and drop it in your safe at base before you leave. Before you leave base. That way, if you die, say just before restart, I recommend that regardless if you're in a PvP or PvE server, because there's been many times where that has saved my butt on numerous occasions, because I'd get shot from an AI at a mission, and sure enough, restart, and my only key was on my body. So now I'm out not only the gear I had on me, but the vehicle that I had bought. And sometimes an expensive vehicle like a helicopter or an armored SUV or something expensive. But if you got a key back at base, all you got to do when you respawn after a restart, and oh man, you lost your key. You find your way back to base, you get your key, because after a restart, all the vehicles relock, right? Okay, well, nobody's stealing it now. And you go back to base, you get your key, you find your way back to your vehicle, and that's why I keep spawn vehicles at my base. If I'm out with one vehicle and I happen to pass another spawn vehicle, I will tow it back to base just to have that extra vehicle. I'm a vehicle hoarder for that reason. That way, if I'm out with my locked vehicle and I get stranded somewhere and I have to make a base run back to base to get my key, I have another vehicle I can hop in, a disposable vehicle basically, or another vehicle, regardless. I can hop in, drive it back to my locked vehicle, and then unlock my vehicle, and I can even tow that vehicle that I drove out there to rescue my locked vehicle back to base. And then I'm not out there with two locked vehicles that I've bought, and maybe there's a sniper waiting or whatever. Whoop-de-doo, they got another I get a spawn vehicle, big whoop. But yeah, just think ahead of time before you walk out of base. I will make another video probably on this base. Now, my other base video on the other PvP server, or PvE server, I'm sorry, I logged into it yesterday, well, it's a couple days ago. I logged into it, and they had done a server wipe, which means everybody's base had been wiped, and I guess they added new mods and stuff to the server, and it wiped everybody's stuff. Well, mine wasn't any donator stuff, so I had gotten all mine from base rating or missions, so my base was gone. They offered to, which I thought was kind of cheap, they offered to put my base back in for me, which I'm still not sure how they would have done it, but it's possible they meant just give me base building materials and let me rebuild it. But they offered to do that if I donated, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I'll go over to another server. I've been wanting to do a Taviana server for a while now. Got a few base ideas here on this server, or on Taviana. I mean, on this map. There's a couple other locations that I'd like to do base building videos for you guys. Just give you a little heads up of what they might be. There's a location here. Where's it at? Right there. Right here. Nike? I don't know. There's a building there that would make a nice base. It's kind of a castle. Not really a castle like I'm in now, but like a more modern style castle, I guess. It's that would be kind of a cool place. There was another place, I can't remember. Can't remember off the top of my head. There was one I was thinking about doing. I don't remember which lake it was, though. I think it was this one. Out here, there's a church. It's a non-enterable church, but I thought about maybe building a base on that island. Now, obviously, there's plenty of islands on Taviana. There's Ash, Nin, Cress, and then obviously the prison island. This is for anybody who hasn't noticed. Doesn't know, it's a prison island. There's actually a big prison there, but you can't get into the prison. So, oh, that's odd. You usually see a whole lot of missions spawn on that island for some reason. Now there's missions over there. Interesting. So, yeah. You might have those to look forward to. I'm not sure. If you do want to see those bases, or you got any other base ideas that you would like to see in different locations of Taviana, put the coords in the comments below, or maybe a name of an area where it's at. Give me a description of where it's at, and I'll go see what I can do with it. As of now, I've got plenty of base building materials. I would have had a lot more if my armored SUVs wouldn't have gotten blown up. But I do have plenty for now. I could probably do another base. I think I'm going to expand on this one first. Plus, I've been kind of playing Arma 3 and different mods for Arma 3 lately, so my time's been kind of split, and it's been hectic trying to keep this one maintained. Remembering to log in every so often to maintain the base so it doesn't disappear. I think it's like a 10-day deterioration on this base, on this server, which is kind of a hassle, but Eh. So, yeah, if you got any other bass ideas, leave a comment below. Um, I'll see if I can't oblige you and get a bass built in your location that you you know, might want. If you have any other, if you have a bass and maybe you need some pointers, uh, you know, if you have a video made, leave a link below in the comments. Leave a link, and I'll check out the your bass and give you some pointers of maybe what I would do to upgrade it or that kind of thing. I'm not saying I'm an expert in bass building. Obviously, I'm not. But it's something I do like about the Epoch version of Overpoch is the bass building, and I hope to get into the Armor 3 Epoch soon. I've been kind of dabbling in it, but not really to the point where I'm bass building yet. So, and I think that's more along the lines of it's not really developed that much yet, as well as Arma 2 Epoch is. So once it is, I'll definitely be playing Arma 3 a lot more, Arma 3 Epoch. So I think I've been stringing you guys along a little too long now. So we'll just go ahead and end the video here. Thanks for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button if you like what you're seeing. Go check out my page, my YouTube page here. I've got plenty of other bass building videos. I've got lots of other gameplay videos, subscription box unboxings, and all kinds of stuff, guys. Go check it out. And hit that like button. It helps me out a lot. It really does help me out. So thanks for watching, guys.